Because until somebody fixes these problems for real people, there is a rebellion in this country, and anybody who comes out and sounds like they aren't pulling their talking points out of Cracker Jack box will get a hearing, whether they're right, wrong, or otherwise.
I think he hit the nail on the head. For some reason, he fell off the bed, bumped his head, and woke up. Okay, Van Jones triggered Leftists on a panel why Democrats lost in 2024. Let's put up that Van Jones clip. I'm not really a big fan of Van Jones. You know, he one of them black men that's like white people are a threat, and he's sleeping in the bed with a white woman. Y'all should have seen this. I looked on a thing, it was the other day about everybody's wife, right? Little do you know, some of these Democrats that talk so much trash about white people married to white people. In the bedroom, hiking it up for the white man. But then they telling you the white man is the biggest threat.
Right. Even if you go to the poll, and not Republican or Democrat, I think it was maybe 3 months ago, independents believe the greatest threat to democracy was Joe Biden getting reelected. And that was independents, not Republican or Democrat. So what you say, you can believe, but that's not what the American public believes.
There's a difference between what the American people think and what's true. Right. So the idea, I don't know why, I don't know what we are, why the defense of Merrick Garland, sure. Donald Trump lied about an election being stolen, and then sicked a mob on the Capitol. And it's funny that you roll your eyes at this, Kevin, because you're the one who went down and resurrected him. You want to know what happened just now in the 2024 election? Is we elected the most dangerous, criminal human being, corrupt human being that America has ever elected. And Kevin, you helped him. You're the one who went and got him after.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
And in doing so, you enabled this. And so Joe Biden, the idea that Joe Biden's Justice Department is the problem here, as opposed to Donald Trump, and the fact that he tried to overturn an election and sick people on the Capitol, is, I don't know if people let you get away with that in rooms all the time, but you should never be allowed to get away with it.
So you do realize,
somebody, listen, let me say this. I would never condone somebody slapping her for what she said. I just want y'all to know that. I would never tell one of them to get up and slap her. Back in the day, I don't think she'd have said that. You know how disrespectfully crazy that is to say that to somebody? I wish people can just do what they want to do up in here. You disrespect me like that, I should go over there and slap you out of that chair. Talking crazy like that. You the biggest threat to America. You the one responsible for it. Get this lady off this stage. Go sit down somewhere. Go back in the kitchen. I'm just kidding, y'all. Somebody get mad at me over that. I'm just kidding. She can't cook anyway. You do not want to miss this. It's a movie called Homestead by Angel Studios. This is the craziest movie. And I have access to the movie, but I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to wait to watch it with my family. So I only seen the trailer. This movie looks like the coldest movie that I've ever seen come out yet. And you can look at a little bit of the preview in the B-roll in the background. It's kind of like an Armageddon end of time thing, right? And so it's a survival of the fittest. I don't want to tell the whole plot, but they go into a homestead, and of course, they are securing their family, securing their crops and stuff, and other people trying to get in, and it's a controversy. So you got to go see this thing. Pre-order your tickets now. However, for those of you who are on right now and you didn't jump off on this is the part that you really want to see, is this freaking giveaway. All right. So you look up here and you get the tickets. Just say you get 30 tickets. That'll cost you $300. It's $10 a ticket. You'll get 120 entries. And what are you entering to win is the question. Now, let me tell you what I'm finna do. And then I'm going to tell you what you need to do. I'm finna go and order 200 tickets because I want to get 800 entries in this because I want to win this stuff. So I'm going to get 200 tickets and I'm going to give away 200 spots for free. I'll let you know the details of that coming soon. So you can get a little tiny house right here in the corner that's worth $140,000. You can get a Polaris. You're going to get one of these e-bikes and a Bitcoin. Socks, ear pro, kits to clean your you-know-whats and your you-know-whos. I mean, there's so much stuff you get. It's worth about $300,000 in total. But you put your entries in by getting tickets. I'm going to finish it with this. The link will be in the description section. It's angel.com/Tatum. Roll the clip.
Won the popular vote.
These suburbs, and I'm telling you, we are way off. The entire political class is way off. First of all, digital is the new door knocking. Mm-hmm. You got to understand that. We were laughing our butts off at Donald Trump for suspending his door knocking campaign and letting Charlie Kirk and Elon do a bunch of stuff online. We said, these guys are idiots. These guys are stupid. Then you start knocking on these doors. You know what people come to the door with? Their phone in their hand. They're in a 24-hour digital surround sound that has nothing to do with CNN, has nothing to do with any stuff that we do. I asked my son, I got a teenage son, I asked him, who are the most influential people in the world today? I'm thinking to myself, he's going to say Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z. He says, Kai Cent, Aiden Ross, Jinxie, and Sketch. I don't know who he's talking about. I said, what platforms are you on? He goes, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I said, that sounds like you need to go to the hospital. What are these platforms? I'm telling you guys, the mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream. There are platforms, there are people out there that are getting 14 million streams, and we're on cable news getting 1 or 2 million. And so there is a whole world out there. Kellyanne Conway, I hate to agree with her, but I do a lot of times. Donald Trump understood that and we didn't. And it's not just Democrats that don't. The entire political class is way off, way off, way off. And I'm going to tell you something else. Men are hurting, man. Men are hurting. And the feminist culture tells you, don't cry because you're the problem anyway. And the masculinist culture tells you, don't cry because boys don't cry. So you just aren't able to talk about how scared you are you can't provide for anybody. You can't talk about how scared you are that you don't understand your kids and what's going to happen to them. You can't talk about anything. So at least Donald Trump lets you have an emotion besides shame. And so, guys, we can sit up here all day long and do this talking point gumbo stuff that we do. But I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to be in trouble next. Because until somebody fixes these problems for real people, there is a rebellion in this country. And anybody who comes out and sounds like they aren't pulling their talking points out of Cracker Jack box will get a hearing, whether they're right, wrong, or otherwise.
All right, hang on one sec. Margaret Hoover, to Van's.
Dang, Van. I ain't never agreed with probably anything that he's ever said. And Van Jones, I said Vance. Did I say Vance? Van Jones. I've never agreed with anything he said that much. I think he hit the nail on the head. For some reason, he fell off the bed, bumped his head, and woke up. That's exactly what has happened. And I don't think it's limited to just the social media stuff. Like anybody do social media. She went on podcast too. She just suck, right? Anyway. But she went on podcast too, and she was just terrible. Van Jones gets that to a certain degree. They keep talking about the stupid stuff, pushing that men are all evil, mansplaining, drag queen story hour. I want you guys to understand this very clearly. Straight men aren't fond of gay stuff like women are. I'm telling you, you keep pushing it, you turn men off to this stuff. It's like, oh, bro, y'all got another person on here doing this, man. I don't want to see a man twisting like that. That's annoying to me. I don't want to watch it. Drags at the sky. That's crazy. A man dressed up like that and shaking his weenie in front of these kids. No man think that makes sense. No man. If you go to the event, it's number women there. Ain't no man think that makes sense. Women like this though. Not all, but women like the gay guys. They run around doing all this old twisting and stuff, and women are just, oh, yo, come on, girl. Trans and all this stuff. That's a woman thing. Men are like, oh, no, bro. That's why you see men go more for the conservative party than they do the left party. And women go more left than they do for conservatives. They push this stuff on you every day, trends in sports. They push this on you every single day. And they losing us, man. I want nothing to do. Look, stay in your lane, I stay in my lane. I ain't got nothing wrong. I ain't got nothing to do with you. You want a man to lay on top of you at night, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You think you a woman one day, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Be happy. Live your life. I hope that you happy doing that. But leave me out of it. Leave my kids out of it. Leave us out of that. I just want to watch football. I just want to watch the shows I want to watch. Keep that to yourself. I'm not pushing nothing I'm doing. When I'm watching football, I'm not expecting people to push Jesus Christ. If they do, good. But I'm here to watch football. I'm here to watch them throw the pigskin, baby. I'm here to watch somebody come over the middle from ASU and get knocked out. That's what I'm here to watch. Roll the clip.
This point about the media, mainstream media becoming fringe, which I'm not sure I quite agree with. But
you can't. Actually, given our surroundings,
right.
That's
But it is certainly true that the mainstream media does not have the impact it once was. What do you, John Major, see as the future for what reporting looks like as we go forward into the next Trump administration?
We're pushing people out of this party. And the last thing I'll say is, I hate all these people, the anti-woke, the anti-this, the anti-that, but you got to look in the mirror at a certain point. We've had 5 movements in a row in our party that rely on dehumanizing binaries, where you're putting down some people to lift somebody else up. I love all our movements, but there's a moral flaw when every movement's got to put somebody down. Black Lives Matter, all white people are racist. That is not going to work. No, hold on a second. That is in fact a part of the ideology that subconsciously there's unconscious bias, and the way that lands though for people is you're calling them names. There's got to be a better way to say it.
So finally, he says something right, and I agree with him. Somebody wrote a comment about, I want to read that super chat just real quick. Somebody made mention in the super chat that it says, "Forgive as you have been forgiven. Pray for your enemies. We are foreigners on our land, called out what is wrong, but we don't wish for people to go to hell." Now, let me just clarify this real quick. I ain't never seen in the Bible where it say we don't wish for people to do anything. I haven't seen it. You got a scripture, put it up there, I'll change my thinking. I remember King David making very clear statements about praying that his enemy fall in the trap that they set before him. I remember very clearly where Jesus was telling his apostles, and I wouldn't say he wished it, but he's telling them that they're going to go to hell. If your righteousness doesn't exceed that of the scribe or the Pharisee, you will no wise enter into the kingdom of God. It's declaration after declaration after declaration that Jesus Christ tells tell people that their father is the devil and they're going to go. Now, maybe I'm wrong for wishing somebody go. Maybe I should just say that's where you're going. I just believe that these people tried to hurt us, and I want them to fall in the very trap that they set before us. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I hope that they fall in the same trap they set before us. There's so many, and even when I have my prayers to God, I say, I pray, God, that these people reap what they sow. They reap what they sow, and so will I. You don't get exempt because you're my enemy. You go reap what you sow just like I reap what I sow. And I hope these people reap what they sow. They've sowed evilness, hatred, and demise. They tried to destroy us. They tried to kill us, in my personal opinion. And I hope they fall in that same trap they set before us. And that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. All right? I just say my opinion because some of y'all may disagree.